Hey everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome back to more of the Knife Sisters. We're going to go ahead and just jump right back in, but before we do, I just wanted to say thank you so much to the publisher for giving me a copy of this so I can go ahead and play it for you here on the channel. Before we jump in, I do want to remind you too that there are some themes in this game that might be disturbing to some, including BDSM as well as some heavily sexual themes. So just remember that this is probably more of a rated R game. Just want to remind you up front, but let's go ahead and jump back in. We'll see you guys back in just a sec. Is this normal? Is this what other people are experiencing in college? Are y'all just like horn dogs for everybody you meet? I did not have that experience. I also literally went to a farm college. Okay, check out the party. We had baby cows on our campus though. And it smelled like manure. So it was wonderful. I could hear music coming from the living room. The party had started, but I didn't want to go out there if there was no one I knew. I texted Mo and asked if they were on their way. I considered texting Ayana as well, but decided to wait and see. Suddenly I saw a small note just inside my door. Someone had tucked it between the door and the threshold. I picked it up. I sense some bad energies in the apartment, so I won't be here tonight. If you are, can you please make sure no one goes into my room? So Dagger wasn't going to be here tonight. I didn't know if that was a good or bad thing. I mean, things were boring without her, but I figured I'd be more relaxed. I decided to open my door. When someone I knew arrived at the party, they'd probably come by. I looked up as I heard a light knock at my door. Mo and Vicky were standing in the doorway. There you are. We just got here. Oh, hi. I was feeling a little bit asocial, but I can join you now. The living room was full to the brim with Devin's friends. There wasn't room on the sofa, and even the floor was crowded. Then Ayana and Will entered. Ayana came straight up to me. Hey babe, how's it going? I'm alright. Isn't Dagger here? No, she decided to be elsewhere tonight. Ayana looked sullen. Why? What was she gonna do? I don't know. Why? Nothing. I just needed to talk to her about something. Okay. She didn't say anything else. Just then I saw Will walking over to Devin, and they hugged. I had no idea they knew each other. Seems I had missed a lot when I wasn't going to raves and clubs. I got restless and hid in my room for a bit, talking to Kylo. After a while, I felt I had to make an appearance outside again. There were people everywhere. In the distance, I saw Teddy looking a bit lost. I walked over to Teddy. So you're here now? Yeah, I am. How's the party? Very crowded. Do you want to come out on the balcony with me? Sure. We were the only ones out there. It was nice to get a break from the chatter and noise. We stood there watching the stars in silence. Being with Teddy was always a relief. It was totally okay to just stay silent. Isn't it beautiful? It is. I just wish it was darker. When you go into the countryside, you suddenly see stars in a completely different way. That's where the real magic happens. I nodded, even though I wasn't in the countryside that often. My family has a small cabin far out in the country. I love going there. You just take one step out and you're in the forest. That sounds nice. Would you like to come along sometime? There was something with Teddy tonight. Sounds nice. Cool, I'd enjoy that. They softly put their arm around my back, so lightly it almost felt like a question. It was both weird and good at the same time. I really liked Teddy. I just didn't know in what way. Can I kiss you? Why not? Okay. Their lips were very soft and their body big and comfortable. I felt like I could melt into it. Being with Teddy would be nice and cozy. They'd take care of me. But did I want that? I do. I want that. I'm not gonna lie. I really want that. Hi! My body filled with warmth as our tongues met. After kissing for a while, I let go and made some space between us. I'm not totally sure about this. Teddy smiled. Me neither. I like you and all, but I just don't know. Let's hang out a bit more and see where it goes. I nodded. Let's. Seriously, okay. I'm sorry. Again, I got married in college, but I went to a lot of parties and I drank a lot, like to the point where I had a drinking problem. And I still didn't see any of my friends make out with this many people. Is this going on normally in college? Granted, again, I was on the farm campus. I did hang out with the farm kids, but still, is this normal? I have hiccups, apparently. When I went back to the living room, I heard a noise from another room. Daggers. I went over there. In the room were some friends of Devin's. They had lit candles on the table and were sitting on her bed smoking. In front of them stood an infuriated Ayana. Just get out of here, now! The guys gathered their stuff and fucked off. Me and Ayana were left in the room. Thanks for kicking them out. I promised Dagger to make sure no one went in her room. Do you know why she's not here? Ayana's voice had a funny tone. No? She didn't want to see me. What? Why? You know I told you I was seeing someone? It was her? She nodded. So that's how it is. Why didn't you tell me? You haven't told me everything either. That was true. Still, her deception cut through me like a knife. You didn't tell me because you know I like her. She shook her head. I don't know why I didn't. Guess I didn't want to hurt you. You not telling me hurts even more. I get that. I'm sorry. I really am. Especially since it seems she's fucking us both over. What do you mean? The only person she cares about is herself. I heard Dagger's voice in my head. I wouldn't have done any of this if I didn't believe... Oh, wait, if you didn't have a very special meaning to me. The thing she'd had with Ayana couldn't have been anything like what was between her and me, could it? Had Ayana been invited to her room like I had? I very much doubted that. The thing between me and Dagger was definitely something else. But I didn't have to tell Ayana that. Can we try to start being honest with each other again? Let's try our best. We hugged. It still felt a little awkward, but maybe we could wipe the slate clean. In the living room, Vicky was standing next to Teddy. I walked up to her. Hey, how's it going? Not liking very much that Will is here, but otherwise I'm okay. I nodded. Have you talked to him? He's pretending I'm not here. Suddenly, I was filled with rage. How did he dare to show up in my home, not taking any responsibility for his actions? That was just crazy. It was as if he was drawn by my thoughts. I saw him approaching us. I think he's coming here. I don't want to talk to him right now. She walked away. Will came up to me, looking friendly as ever. When are you and I going to be friends then? Never. Why? Because I think you're a piece of shit. He stared at me. Well, I guess you're entitled to your own opinion. And I guess this is about your friend. Yeah, her name is Vicky. You could use her name. He nodded. I didn't mean to hurt her. Okay. That sounded like a really bad excuse. Well, I overreacted. You should tell this to her, not me. I'm going to. I just wanted to explain. Could there be an explanation for being a dickhead? I mean, you could have at least talked to her. I know, I was trying to get my mind off someone, but it didn't work. And I was pretty bothered about that because, well, he looked embarrassed. And then being with Vicky just, I don't know, it didn't feel right, and I flipped. Because she's trans? I didn't know at first, but well, it's complicated. Your own confusion doesn't give you any right to treat her like garbage. True. Who is it you're trying to get over? You know the person. Okay. Let's go with Devin. Devin? Now he looked like a schoolboy who'd done something wrong. Yeah. He helped me one night when I had too much to drink. He was really kind to me. He brought me here and I slept over and we cuddled a bit. And then I couldn't get him off my mind. And that's such a big deal. I don't know. I guess it was for me. You should talk to him. I don't know if I can. Then we heard a noise from the entrance. Someone was rushing in from the outside. Cops are on their way! The fucking cops are here! The crowd in the living room started rushing like insects when you pick up a rock from the ground. Can they see us from the balcony? How far is it to jump? It's just one floor. It'll work. Come on. Within 30 seconds, half the room was gone. The ones that didn't have any drugs on them stayed behind. The doorbell rang. You go, Nicola. All right. A minute later, Nicola came back looking amused. They just wanted us to lower the music. Someone on the other side of the street complained. If we could just close the door to the balcony, we'll be fine. I felt exhausted. I hoped the party would be over soon. Luckily, half of it had just disappeared. Perhaps I should just go to bed. I went to my room, still hearing lots of noise in the apartment. Would I be able to sleep? For once, I didn't feel like being alone. Maybe I should ask someone to stay over. I only have one choice, I guess. Vicky was sitting on the sofa with some other people who looked quite tired. I went up to her. I think I'm gonna give up and go to bed. Do you want to join me? She looked surprised, then nodded. I took her hand and we went to my room. So this is my space. Nice. We looked at each other for a short while. Are you tired? Not really. You want to play? Vicky nodded. I thought you'd never ask. I got a vision of what I wanted to do with her. I hope she wanted to too. I should check on some things though. Just to check. How's your alcohol level? Pretty low. I didn't want this party to go down like the last one. Good. Should I check in with her about what she wanted to do? Do you have any special wishes today? She blushed. I sort of want to play rough. Okay, cool. That suited me fine. And remember that traffic light if you need it. I went over to the bed and turned Kylo's head around. Tonight would be adult only. Okay, then we're good to go. I guess we be demanding? I want you to stand on all fours on the floor. That's not how it works. You don't stand on all fours. You get down on all fours. Come on, writers. Okay. She did as I said. I leaned over her and started to unzip her dress very slowly. What am I supposed to do with you today? I could see her body shiver. Her back got bare as I opened the dress. I lifted her arms to get it off her upper body, and then I caressed her back, sometimes using my nails to make some scratches. The small hairs on her back rose. I gently moved the fabric along her body, approaching her hips. She wore black lace underwear. The dress fell to the floor. I started caressing her butt through the lace and heard her taking deep breaths. Let's go for the essence. Again, I don't know what the essence is for, but I went to the shelf and opened one of my storage boxes. Here was my stash of toys and lube. I got out a harness and 2 different dildos, one smaller and one larger, and then I brought them over to Vicky. I don't know if I can read any more of this, so I'm gonna let you read it. Because I am afraid that YouTube will never let me put up another video again. Yes. Yes. That thing happened. Then that happened. More demanding, I guess. Okay, good choice. There's some putting on and there's some smearing. Okay, there's some slipperiness. There's an are you okay? There's an there's some other words you probably shouldn't say on YouTube. Feel it give way a little. Very slowly, very slowly. Okay, trying to relax. Does it hurt? No, I'm good. Okay. Push further now. All right. Okay, there's more going on. Okay, more going on. Again, I still can't read this. That's the problem if you're gonna do something like this. All right. There we go. Oh, on the floor? You didn't put anything down? Oh, come on. Oh, wow. I eased myself out. Okay. Okay, blanket from the bed, put on top. I'll just go wash and you can take a shower if you want to. She nodded. Okay. I crawled into the duvet. As I put my arms around Vicky, I could feel her heart beating. Maybe mine was beating in the same rhythm. I didn't know for sure. You were such a good, dirty girl today. We kissed. She let out a contented sigh and crawled very close to me. I could feel her warmth breathing against my neck. She was so lovely. Maybe we should spend more time together. What about we do something together next week? She lifted her head and looked me in the eye. You want to? Yeah. Vicky put her arms around me, hugging really hard. Yeah, then let's do that. Good. When we closed our eyes and the sun went up, we fell asleep. The sun went up and you fell asleep? Oh man, I've never been good at that. If the sun's up, I can't sleep. Okay, it was Sunday and soon time to go to Dagger. Oh, that's right. I hadn't talked to her after Ayana told me about seeing each other. Blah, blah, blah. In a way, I didn't want to go. But in another way, I really wanted to talk to her. Are you going to go see her? I didn't have anything to bring to the ritual. I just want to ditch the whole thing and lie in my bed. Kylo Zen looked disapproving. I actually think you should do something. You always seem cheered up after having seen Dagger. But I haven't even got anything to bring to the ritual. Then find something out. Nicola said that an egg was a common symbol for rebirth. Well, then everything is sorted then. I'm vegan. But you're not going to eat it, are you? Not sure. It's Dagger who decides, you know? True. But I have to have something, so I guess I'll just take that and see what happens. Just do it! Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching me play The Knife Sisters. If you like this game, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those YouTube things. As always, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you haven't already, go ahead and click on that picture of my big dumb head. Click on that bell icon if you'd like to be notified every time I post a brand new video, as well as on the right hand side of your screen there should be some random videos, things that YouTube thinks you'd like, and something that I put up there. I don't know what I did it in post, as well as a bunch of names in the middle of your screen. Those are the Twitter handles for my current patrons over on Patreon. They really do keep this channel running. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of those folks. So if you would like to go ahead and say thank you to them, go ahead and follow them over on Twitter, give them some likes, tell them they're awesome, because they truly are. If you'd like to become one of those names in the center of the screen, those are all of my patrons over on Patreon, I should say. At the time that I recorded this video, if you'd like to become one, go ahead and click in the lower left hand screen there. It says something about extra video content, bonus content, videos, things like that. Go ahead and click that to learn more about that. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here though, so I'll see you all in the next one.